Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Sri Ramakrishna is singing, I have securely blocked the way by which the king of death will come. Henceforward all my doubts and fears are set at naught forever. So, we saw in the last class, what does it convey, what is its inner significance, that I have left the identification with my bodily existence and all my karmic loads and the bondages, and climb to the level of higher level of consciousness where I am finding my oneness with God. This is the only way, that just like I wake up from sleep and I get rid of the dream, like that there is a level of consciousness. I am coming out of a lower consciousness to a higher consciousness. Here I am a body. The body has a death. It has diseases. It has suffering and joys. I have to transcend this. Just like in dream, I had a similar experience of being in the world. And when I woke up, the world, neither the world was there, not my identity, nor my ego that was there of the dream world. Dream ego also dissolved. Dream identity dissolved. Dream world itself dissolved when I woke up. Similarly, I have woken up to a higher level of consciousness where I am one with God, and all these bondages of the world has completely. I am living in the same body. I have not left the body and gone away. But I am in a different level of consciousness where I am feeling the living presence of God, and the bodily existence is just there independent of me. This is how we see the meaning of this. Shiva himself is standing guard at the 9 doors of my house, which has a single pillar, one pillar, that is one Brahman as the substratum pillar for support, and 3 robes, the Sattva Raja Tama guna of the important part. Sattva Raja Tama itself is nature, and this as secure. Now with the Sattva I am securing. I am holding on to God. With Rajas I am holding on to God. I do all my activities as an offering to God. I love God through my heart. I am able to cognize. So through cognition, I want to see the external world. Wherever my eye goes, whatever I see, I will be seeing divine. I have transformed to a higher level of consciousness in which world is not visible to me, which I was seeing earlier. Now I come to that level of consciousness where I am able to see the divine outside and divine inside. So, which has single pillar and 3 robes with Sattva Rajatama. Sattva, I am holding on to Sattva to God. I am holding on to through Rajas, my desires. I desire for God. I desire for the welfare of the others. Through Rajas, I am through activity. Whatever activity I am doing, it's for the welfare of the world, welfare for the service of God. So, to Sattva, I am holding on to God. To Rajas, to Tamas. Tamas, if I am feeling attraction anywhere for the worldly objects or enjoyments, immediately I raise my tamas. Oh no, I get so stern and firm, terrible to myself that the desire must run away, and I may gain myself at the feet of God. So through these 3 I am securing myself, God, as if I am holding God through those three ropes. The Lord has made his dwelling place in the 1,000-petaled lotus flower, in the where the Jiva Tattva up to Nabhi, from Nabhi to Kantha is Prakriti Tattva, above is the Shiva Tattva. Realm of Jiva, realm of Prakriti, and realm of the Spirit, or the realm of the Divine. In Divine, where there is no Jivatva, where there is no Prakriti, also nature, there the pure divine ultimate, where the divine and the divine Shakti which has manifested universe become one. Just like when I sleep, the whole world disappears. The world I was seeing dissolves in me. The real world remains there. The I which superimposed a world of mine has been withdrawn by me. Like that, when we enter here, God has withdrawn all. There is no Jiva, there is no Prakriti. The Lord Himself, absolute existence, unchanging eternal reality, is there as the bliss absolute. Ananda Sagara, Satchidananda Sagara, existence absolute. Then bliss absolute, consciousness, Chaitanya absolute. And in that I am resting. The God is, I and God are resting now at the heart level. God cannot come down, I cannot go up. So we are dwelling here in the heart. When it gets transformed to the higher level of consciousness, it entirely changes. The moment I see, go towards the Sahasrara, my existence is no more. It starts dissolving at the throat, and God alone rests here. I merged in it. His dwelling place, the Lord has made His dwelling place in the 1,000-petaled lotus flower within the head, and comforts me with never-ceasing care. The moment I go there, just like a river entering into ocean, just like the ocean embraces, it wants the water to flow into it, river into flow into it, and expand. With that great care, love, and with affection, it is welcoming. The ocean always welcomes all waters of the world, all rivers to merge in it. Master continued speaking. Anyone who dies in Banaras, whether a Brahmin or a prostitute, will become Shiva. When a man sheds tears at the name of the Hari, Kali and Rama, then he has no further need of the Sandhya or other rites. All actions drop away of themselves. The fruit of action does not touch him. The moment you are spiritually awakened, the bodily actions ceases to act upon you. You have become totally unstained, unstainable. That is, nothing can stain. Just like space, nothing can stain. Water cannot stain. Throw colors, it cannot stain the space. So that like that, when you are independent of bodily existence, the moment you wake up, you identify with the body and start saying, I am this body. I am. That is so much of identity. Till you wake up, you are separate. How that identity comes there? Now, can you know yourself independent of the bodily existence? This identity, we have lost that identity of being Chaitanya, the spirit. We have gained a false identity of being this bodily existence. I am this body is a false identity. So here, anyone who dies in Banaras, whether a Brahmin or a prostitute, will become Shiva. Will become Shiva. Shiva is pure consciousness enjoying its own bliss within itself. Atma Krida, Atma Ratihi. Shiva as the personal God. Shiva as the one who is absorbed in the Absolute. Shiva is the Shuddha Chaitanya. There are three aspects of Shiva. When we think of Shiva as the Absolute, he is one with the Brahman. There is no duality. We cannot think of anything. What it is, it is. We cannot, words cannot utter. It is beyond words. It is beyond Vangmana Atita. It is beyond words. It is beyond mind. Mind cannot conceive. It is beyond intellect. Intellect cannot discern it, understand it what it is. Anything within the realm of matter, within the relative existence, mind can grasp, intellect can discern, and senses can see most of the things, except the subtle things like love. But I can understand what love means. It is mind is able to understand, intellect is able to understand. So senses, mind, and can understand. But what is beyond? What is timeless? Time is not there. Space is not there. Existence is there. Without space, what does exist? Very difficult to conceive. So mind, intellect, and senses cannot conceive or perceive. That is the Brahman. Now, regarding that, one who dies when he becomes Shiva, the moment the body falls off, the karmic load totally disappears in that one place. There are two aspects of this one also, Banaras, that is Kashi. Kashi is physical Kashi is there. The real golden Kashi is there, spiritual Kashi is there. Just like I and my soul. When I die, the soul separates and continues to exist, but the physical body goes back to its source, the earth. Like that, just like I have a soul independent of my body, the Kashi Kshetra has a existence independent of the Kshetra. Now this Kashi at the time of dissolution separates, just like soul separates from the body, the soul of that place. This is real Kashi. It goes and rests in the trans-relative existence at the time of dissolution. When again Srishti comes up, when again the universe appears, again that Kashi goes back and deposits. It is in this Kashi that why? Because the consciousness somewhere in matter, now I am alive. Somewhere my consciousness can project out. I am able to understand, I am able to perceive, I am able to grasp. This consciousness is expressing somewhere. In my nail, it is not expressing. In my hairs, it is not expressing. When I am asleep, it is not expressing. So it is expressing at a particular place within myself. It is expressing fully only in the heart as love. Mind, intellect are resting in this bodily existence because this Chaitanya is there. They are resting and they belong to the Prakriti. Buddhi belongs to the Prakriti, the intellect. The mind belongs to Prakriti. Senses belong to Prakriti. Body belongs to Prakriti. But love doesn't belong to Prakriti. Where love manifests, in the heart alone. that heart where the love manifests goes with the Chaitanya. Chaitanya is manifesting in and through that heart. That is spiritual heart. This is physical heart. And we have a feeling heart. Feeling is heart is a part of mind and physical, spiritual heart. It is something binding between. It is gross heart is at the bodily level. The end of intellect, mind, where mind ends, intellect which is associated with Chaitanya begins, there we see the feeling heart. Feeling heart is again belongs to Prakriti. Deep within is spiritual heart where I, independent of body, exist. This is where the love manifests. Love is manifestation of the Atman. All other things belong to Prakriti. Love alone doesn't belong to Prakriti, nor time. Time doesn't belong to Prakriti. Time appears with creation, dissolves with creation. So here, how that heart is different from the rest of the bodily existence, which is just a matter. Though it is alive, that liveliness, it is alive because I am there. Chaitanya is resting there. A Chaitanya is flowing out as love. And this heart, where it manifests, is the physical Kashi. So, in physical Kashi, as if the cosmic consciousness is projecting there. Just like in heart alone, in my brain or in my ear, the love doesn't manifest. It manifests in the heart. Like that, the cosmic Chaitanya manifests through the Kashi. This manifestation of the Kashi makes that heart, spiritual heart, which separates each time from the creation at the time of dissolution of the physical Kashi and physical world. So this Kashi, it is in this Kashi, when it is alive, when your love is alive, anybody going near receives that love. When your love is not there, if you go, you will not get anything. He doesn't know how to endure also. Here it's pouring out, it's sacrificing when love is manifest. So when the love is manifest, you are reaching. When the world is alive, when the Shiva is manifested in the Kashi, then you are going and dying there. The death immediately separates. Death means separation of the soul from the soul is now passes through the pure consciousness, Shuddha Chaitanya, Shiva, Shuddha Chaitanya, as if Brahman. It is dipping in Brahman and emerging out at the time of death. All the vasana and samskara die away and the soul gets the total release from the samsara. This release of the jiva from the samsara. Now, anybody dying, it is irrespective whether it is an animal or an insect or human or man or woman, good or bad, no differentiation. Life is there, it's going there, it is. The moment it leaves the body there is mukti. Anyone who dies in Banaras, whether Brahmin or a prostitute, will become Shiva. When a man sheds tears at the name of Hari, Kali, Rama, then he has no further need of Sandhya and other rites. When tears shed at the name of Hari. Now, the same thing is happening. There the Kashi is as if the whole universe, the Vishwa Chaitanya is pouring out love. is in the Kashi. Now, when my love manifests within me for God, tears flow. When my bodily existence is suffering, also tears come. But these tears are tears of grief and suffering. These are tears of misery and bondage. Now, this is the for love of God when tears come, because it is the manifestation of the mukti. First thing, total acceptance of God. Total acceptance. I accept God. And when in acceptance of God, when the ego starts dissolving, there manifests the infinity, eternity, and freedom, total freedom of the jiva. These manifest the moment you are free from your individual ego. Where for tears to come in love of God, there is no ego. Ego dissolves. Ego totally dissolves. When tears are there, be sure the ego has already dissolved. And the tears, Ramakrishna says, the tears differ. The tears of weeping will come from the inner corner. The tears of joy come from the outer corner of the eye. Because when you weep out of grief, the muscles that contract the face, it makes the water to flow inward. When you are expanded, you are contracting, the face is contracted and bent down in grief. The tears come from the inner corner. In joy, your head is lifted up and your tears flow from the sides. Both are tears. One is tear of grief, one is tear of... Now, how much of love must manifest within to bring the tears? Imagine that pure love which doesn't seek anything. When that love manifests, the heart is manifesting. It is pouring out love. And it is only at that time when it loves God that tears of joy comes. It is same as dying in Kashi almost, where you are in the presence of the divine totally. When a man sheds tears at the name of Hari, Kali, Rama, is taking the name of God, he is feeling the intense divine presence and his bodily limitations dissolving. My karmic load, my identity is making me suffer within. I feel release of that. The first time you experience mukti and eternity. When loving God, the eternity projecting forth, I am entering into eternity by loving God. So this love which makes eternity to manifest in my mind, in my heart, how it would be, you see. And it makes me expand. Name of Rama, Kali or Hari, when I utter, then he has no further need for Sandhya and other rites. Sandhya Vandana, what we do in the morning and evening, twice a day, we do the Sandhya Vandana. What for? What for should I do the Sandhya Vandana? To acquire the divine love, to love God, to be of service to all jivas and protection of this nature. So, Sandhya Vandana I am offering my respects to Sandhya, which is governing the time, the life cycle of human, the world cycle, the Srishti Sthiti Pralaya going on. Everything is registered by time. I am doing Sandhya Vandana to offer myself into that. And these are at gross physical level, Sandhya Vandana, it is a ritualistic part is there. There is japa of the Ishta Devata, and also it carries the bhava, feelings. This is a combination of the physical level working, whereas pure love of God, independent of all this, is entirely different. That is the thing we see. It is inner manifestation. Inner manifestation is making it work out. And here we see the absolute closeness with the divine. When these tears come, what is the use? When you finished your 10th standard, what is the use of going to primary school again? It is, you crossed over all those things. Now Sandhya Vandana, all this, you need not go. Because just like you have finished your 10th standard, you need not go to primary school. Not that you are barred, that you should not go. You can go, but there is no need of it. You are already finished and you possess it. When you are able to weep for God, you have attained a very high state of existence where Sandhya Vandana and all these are not necessary. All actions drop away from themselves. All actions drop away of themselves. Both actions means to desire to do actions. Nothing backs the actions. Desires are not there. And all the karmas, the spiritual injunctions which were supposed to be there, they also dissolve away. The fruit of action does not touch him. Karmas do not bind him. Now the Sandhya Vandana is obligatory. You have to do the Sandhya Vandana. If you don't do, there will be pratyavaya. It is not bring up karma, but it becomes an obstruction for your further evolution. That's called pratyavaya. Now, these fruits are also not there. Nothing obstructs your path. Your path is within your hand. And fruit of action does not touch him. You do good or bad, it doesn't touch. When I was feeling in the world that, all these are bound by karma. Whatever they do, it binds them. But when I look at the enlightened soul, whatever they do, good or bad, it doesn't bind them. The binding is released. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.